Hello and welcome back to the Liverpool Groove. I'm Quinny.
I'm Jay.
And today I am delighted to say that we are joined by Neil Ruddock.
How you doing, boys? All right, Quinny? All right, Jay?
All right, Neil.
Don't ever call me Neil again.
Sorry, Razor.
Sorry, Razor.
It's only me mum and judges call me Neil.
Fair enough. We'll remember that in future. Thanks very much for taking the time out to join us today anyway.
That's right, so no problems, man.
So let's get straight into it. So obviously you grew up a Millwall fan, and you obviously got the chance to play for them. Was that sort of a dream come true for you at the beginning of your career?
Yeah, I grew up in South London. I can't remember picking Millwall. I don't think I would have picked Millwall and be a Millwall supporter if I had the choice. To be fair, I think that both me brothers were Millwall fans, so I was bullied into being a Millwall fan. But I'd always been a secret Liverpool fan. The first game I remember was Liverpool. It was cup final. Kevin Keegan. He was my hero. So my second top goal was Liverpool. Even when I was about 12, even when Kevin Keegan moved from Liverpool to Borussia Mönchengladbach, I was crying, and my mum let me have a Kevin Keegan perm. There's great photos of me when I was at school with Kevin Keegan, like proper Kevin Keegan perm. But no, Mill was my first team. I started playing for them when I was about 12, and that was my dream. You know, I could never think of playing for Liverpool, but my dream was playing for Millwall.
Do you know when you signed for Liverpool? It was 1993, £2.5 million. At that time, you were the most expensive defender on the planet when you were signed. Was that daunting for you at all to go to Liverpool for that price?
It was. I was telling you, but it was only for a couple of days because I was 2 points. Des Walker went to Shep Wednesday at 3.9, so I was only under pressure for 2 days. It would have lasted long. I can't remember it being daunting. You know what I mean? I was just happy that I was signed for Liverpool. I was overwhelmed with it, but I can't remember thinking, oh no, I'm worth £2.5 million.
Was it mentioned about like the way going about Van Dijk and Maguire and that? Was it that?
No,
highlighted back then.
I don't think it was. £2.5 was a lot of money back then. You say it was a world record for a defender. But I don't think it was talked about that much. Because I think there was a lot of players going for that sort of money. You know, I think Shearer broke the record with Blackburn or Newcastle. You know what I mean? So all that time there was a lot of sort of transfers going on. So he just got lost in a load of transfers. So I don't think I really knew that I was a world record until Des Walker broke it. Really.
Fair enough.
Liverpool have obviously just left Melwood for the final time and moved to Kirkby. What was your first impression of Melwood when you signed?
Shitty cold showers. I think there was. It was because it was enclosed. There was a big wall around it. I mean, the training grounds, other training grounds, was just fields and open parks and weeds and that. So Tottenham and Southampton, but it was the best training ground up to then. I mean, going back to '93 they had good facilities there. 5-a-side pitch. They had an AstroTurf at the back there. They had a couple of pubs just the other side of the wall. So it was all right. Now, the main pitch was nice, but we trained on. But I'm just thinking it was just the norm back then. It was above average. You know what I mean? You see pictures of him on telly now, the new ones, and I mean the Tottenham ones, the West Ham one, even Villa. I think I see them the other day, and I've only seen pictures of Liverpool. Man, it looks unbelievable.
Yeah, proper sport complex, isn't it?
They've got little tennis courts, and paddle tennis and all that. They got. You've got me going down the pub. That would have.
Yeah, they're like hotel complexes for them now, aren't they? They just stay.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The thing about Melwood, when we was there, it was just like you said, little cafe, and we was surrounded by pubs and bookmakers.
Was that the norm then? A bit of 5-a-side and then off the pub?
That was it. Well, got the bookies.
When you signed for Liverpool, you had like Kenny Dalglish and Brian Clough after you as well. What made you choose Shoeness and Liverpool? And what was he like to play for and train for?
Yeah, I had Kenny at Blackburn. I'd Walter Smith, Rangers, Cloughie, Forest, Keegan, Newcastle, and Hoddle, Chelsea, and obviously Suey at Liverpool. I met Kenny on the Monday. I promised I was going to meet them all. Tuesday I went to Liverpool. And Souness just met me at Anfield, met me in the reception, just grabbed my hand, walked me through, touched the sign, down the steps, up the steps onto Anfield. Walked me to the middle of the park and said, right, son, he said, could you imagine playing here? And I thought, yeah, that's it. Fuck everyone else. That's me now. Because I remember, you know, as I say, I remember going back to Kevin King and Perm. And I used to play against Liverpool. It was horrible playing at Anfield for the other team. You know, it was a lovely stadium, one of the great stadiums you play as a away player. It was lovely. You know, I remember the first time I played at Anfield was for Southampton. And Jimmy Case, the ex-Liverpool player, I think he won 2 European Cups and FA Cup leagues in one with Liverpool. He was the Southampton captain. And I remember walking on the pitch and I went to Jimmy Case with Jim. I said, when we get called, I said, is it one hand up near post, 2 hands up far post? He said, let's get a fucking corner first, son. I think we lost 5-0, we didn't get a corner. So I think that was the first time. So, you know, Souness just said, could you imagine playing here? And I thought, that's it. Yeah, I'm signing. I don't care. I ain't speaking to son. I didn't speak to anyone else.
Brilliant.
That's boss. When you signed, obviously Liverpool had gone a few years without winning a league.
Yeah.
Was there any pressure? Did you feel any pressure to deliver the league title at the time?
No, I don't. You know, so just won the FA Cup the season I signed. You know, it wasn't. I mean, when was the last time we won league? It was only like 3 or 4 years before. Was it 3 years before? Okay, when was it 80?
1990, wasn't it? Yeah, so like 3 years earlier.
Yeah, so I mean, it was mentioned, but it weren't like the 19 odd years it went, or you know how many years it went. How many years did it go before they won it again?
30.
30, bloody hell. So it was, yeah, so 3 years weren't too bad. You know, we was always, you know, you know, food just going around. You know, you go to Liverpool, you think it's going to land on your feet, but it doesn't. You know, all the other teams improved. It was, you know, there was no Champions League then. That's what a lot of people forget. It was only the champions went through when I was at Liverpool. So, you know, I was in top 4, was frowned upon. Now, you know, top 4 is wonderful, but it was only champions. You know, I think we could have won it once when I was there. And we blew up. I think about 6 games to go, 5 games to go. We had a nightmare and threw it away. But yeah, I think after year, you know, you press against, you don't win it, then the pressure's on again. Yeah. But it weren't as bad as, you know, as 30 years. Did you ever expect it taking 30 years for Liverpool to win the league again? No chance. I mean, that was, you know, when I grew up, that was 70s. It was 70s, 80s. You know, Liverpool, the best team in the world for 20 odd years, you know. So, I mean, that was a big shock. But I think other teams learned from Liverpool. You know, they started playing the Liverpool way. You know, park and move. You know, it's a Liverpool groove. See what done there?
That's our new jingle.
I know, yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what they've done. You know, pass and move, and you know, when I used to play against Liverpool, you know, they didn't really. Liverpool players didn't play in positions, and sort of being moved about and swapped positions, one player with another, and they changed about a lot. And I think other teams didn't, and other teams started doing that, and they become the new Liverpools.
Well, thankfully, the wait's finally over, and we're champions of England once more. Yeah, which is great.
Oh yes.
And what do you make of Jurgen Klopp and his team? I think
he's a breath of fresh air. When he came, you know, it was like Mourinho. When Mourinho came to Chelsea, when he first came, everyone loved him. You know, they want to get a bit pissed off with him now, but I think they needed a change. I think you know, the mentality of coaching and how players look after themselves, how coaches treat players. You know, it has changed a lot. When I played the manager and ruled my life, now players rule managers' lives. Do you know what I mean? They do. Yeah. But I think he had it right. He's got the ability to pick players to go positions. Like even Jota this year, you know, you didn't think. I think, well, that's a lot of money for him. He's unbelievable. Van Dijk, not a lot of big teams didn't want to touch him. Yeah. Van Dijk, you know what I mean? I think At Celtic looks all right, Southampton looks all right, but Klopp sees something in him now. He's the best defender in the world by miles.
I know.
So I think he's got the ability to see a player, knowing what job he wants to do, and they go in the team. And I mean, everybody understands. Even with we got injuries, other players are coming into the team. They know what's expected, and they know what job to do. So that goes to the training ground where you're all training, watching. So if one player does get injured, you go into his shoes. You know what positional play you got to play and what tactics you got to do. So I mean, he's a very clever man, and he looks likeable, man. Everybody likes him. It's tough to keep everybody happy at top club. All international players, and some of them are not playing. So he's got the knack to keep everyone happy as well, which is our job. And he also brings young players through, give them that chance. So I think he's doing everything in the right thing for Liverpool. I mean, it's great we got him. I think a lot of teams could have got Klopp before us as well. They didn't want to take a chance, and they're all gutted now.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we're lucky to have him, aren't we?
Yeah, I think, because you see him, I mean, you see him on telly, and he used to be shouting and that. You think, oh, yeah, look, he's a crazy one, him. I think a lot of teams were put off by him. He was there for them blinded when he on sidelines, and
yeah,
I think a lot of club chairmen that was put off by him, but Liverpool done their own work. They've done it right.
Yeah, it's like our Shankly, the way we've been brought up with. We got told the tales of Shankly, how he was, where he united the fans and the club as one, and like that's what he is to us now. He's our Shankly, I'd say. Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't like managers that don't enjoy. It looks like they're not enjoying their job. Do you know what I mean? They stand on the side and moan, and then when they score, they don't get excited, and after the games, they don't get excited. I like to see his passion. That's what Liverpool Football Club's all about. Is passion and togetherness, and he's come straight into it, and he's part of it from day one. And it's great to see him jumping up on the pitch. When we scored against Everton, he's run on the pitch and he's cutting the goalkeeper. No one done that. I mean, it's tremendous. Everyone loves to see that.
Yeah, he's a great character, and like I say, we're lucky to have him at the club. It's been a whirlwind since he joined, and I don't think anybody picked it going quite as well as he has done, but it's been great. Has
he signed a new contract? Has he?
He signed one till 2024, and then I think there was rumours that was it, but he's been asked since, and he said like he can't see himself finishing here. So I'd be devastated to see him in another dugout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where is there. When you're the best team in the world, there's nowhere else to go, is there? England, we let him go. In about 5-6 years, we let him go England, and we have Stevie G. That's what we do.
That's a plan.
There we go.
That's a Razor plan, master plan. And I'll be Stevie G. And I'll be the dietitian. Be excellent. Me and Quinny be dietitians.
Just have them all in the booze like the old days.
Me and you, Sam, will be dietitians, son, yeah?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan to me.
Cheers, son.
So when you were at the club, you seen the likes of Michael Owen and Jamie Carragher coming through the ranks. Could you tell straight away that they were always going to make it as like big stars?
Yeah, we what they used to do. I think Fowler was the first one. When I was 15, 16, the ones that they knew were going to become big, good players, they used to let them train the first team in school holidays. So Robbie's, Robbie's 16, he'd come and train with us. He'd have a couple of hours with us, play football with the big lads, the big heads, and then I think it was Michael next and Cara. Even Stevie G was coming through when I was there. So, yeah, what they done, they used to let them play with us in training that, and then kick them out and five-a-side, and sort of, we used to give them a dig and that, and sort of make them into men before their years. So I don't know if they're doing it now, but that's the way they used to do it, and I think they've done it forever. When the youngsters, they're good players, but you could see, especially them four of them, Robbie, Michael, Cara, and Stevie G were the four that bounced up. There's a few more lads that used to train with us, but that's what they've done. They used to put them in early doors, playing with the lads, so they was our friends as well, so they weren't embarrassed. The worst thing as a kid, you come and training with the first team, you're so sort of shy and you're nervous, but you train with us for 6 months and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I suppose it's the right way to do it. They're not just thrown into the deep end. I suppose at the time. Are there any special talents you can see coming through the squad at the minute? The likes of like Curtis Jones and Nico Williams and players like that.
all I see, man, I live in Kent now, so I don't see a lot. That's all I see is these young lads, coming up. But I think, with the injuries, I know, it's a godsend, really. Sometimes you do get injured and see these players. Otherwise, maybe they don't get their chance. But no, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to see them and get the chance. But I hate when the players, young players come to get the odd game and you don't see them for 6 months again. I think that ruins the player and he's got no chance. It's nice that he keeps them, bring them in, and give them a chance. Even the cup competitions, I know that a lot of teams play the youngsters in the cup competitions. But it's nice that he does that, and if they play well, they get another go. I mean, it's tough for a kid if you play well, and the next game you're out. And you think, well, how can I get back in? It's going to be demoralising, but it's nice the way he does it. I think, it's the future, but it's going to be tough, all these games. I think the way football's going now is you're going to need more youngsters coming through. Where the last sort of 10 years, 10 years before, weren't getting a chance. But now with COVID and all the backlash of games and the World Cup, whatever coming up, the European Championships coming up, so the season's going to end quicker. More games, you need more players. So it's a blessing in disguise for these young players. But what I've seen at Liverpool, I think, and Chelsea, I think, hold up. Oh, go away from remembering me. But I think Liverpool and Chelsea, I think they're the two out the old country that look all right when it comes to youngsters.
I think it's hard as well, isn't it? Because when there's a kid coming through and there might be a player available for 40, 50 mil, the fans want the 40, 50 mil player half the time. So I think there's a bit of pressure doing that. Well,
I think that's that football change, mate. I'm looking at I had a picture of my England. It was under 20s, under 20s team, and in goal was Kevin Pressman. You might be too young for all these players, but these were England under 20s. So in goal was Kevin Pressman. You had Inchcliffe left back. You had me, Stevie Redmond, who played for Man City. Right back, you had Michael Thomas playing for Arsenal. You had Letizia, Batty, Ince, David White, who played for Man City. And up front, you had Dalian Atkinson and Big David Hurst. And I looked at that team, and every one of them were playing for their first team. They were experienced players, and that was at 20. But that's how football's changed. Because, as you say, managers and fans want success straight away. And I suppose it's harder for Liverpool because they hadn't won the league for 20, 30 years. That they needed success even quicker.
Yeah, we wasted a load of money, especially under the days of Dalglish and that. Even Rafa, we spent loads and it just never worked. Thankfully, Klopp's all right with money.
Yeah. But I think, as I say, he's not a panic buyer, is he? He'll only buy someone that he knows is going to go straight into his well-oiled machine. Liverpool. Oh, by the way.
Oh, we know.
We'll be coming to that, don't you worry.
Hey, Quinny.
We'll be coming to that.
Hey, yeah, lads.
I'm going to ask you about if there's anything in your book about you pissing yourself against Arsenal.
Up against the post. Listen, what you meant to do if you don't for a piss? You can't say to the ref, hold up, ref, can you blow up until I need a piss? So I used to piss up the post. Or in a cold night, when it was a cold Tuesday night, just piss yourself, warms you up. So that steam coming, lovely.
So was it nothing to do with getting defenders to stay away from you for corners?
Yeah, so strikers came away from me. Just piss yourself. If I was with a young striker, I'd just piss myself and they'd think he's mental and won't come near me.
The one thing I want to ask you about, the story, Robbie Fowler cutting up your £300 pair of shoes. What was all that about?
He did. I fell asleep. Schoolboy, we just beat the Valley Kavkaz in Georgia, beat them 2-1, I think, or 2-0 in the UEFA Cup. On the way back, I fell a kip. We'd all had a drink. I fell a kip first, schoolboy era. And someone had pissed in or put a poo in Robbie's trainers. Steve Harkness. I'm not going to name names. Stevie Harkness. And then, because I was asleep, Arco said it. I was Razor. So he cut me pair of shoes and done something in one of my trainers, and I put my trainers on with no socks on.
Oh my God!
You ever tried to wash stuff off your foot in an airplane toilet?
I can't say I have, no.
I can't. Quinny, me and you can't fit in the airplane toilet. Not allowed to have a wash.
No, you're not.
You've got some shoulders there, Quinny, son, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've got big shoulders, wide old shoulders there, son.
Give him a nickname.
We weren't getting a Renault Clio, me and Quinny, that's for sure.
You'd be surprised. I've only got a little car. I'm all right.
You got a little what?
I've only got a little car. I'm all right.
Oh, car.
Do you still speak to Robbie?
I ain't seen mine for 8 years. I don't know about that. I'm my car.
Oh my, banging.
Do you still speak to Robbie and some of the lads from the Liverpool days?
Yeah. Yeah, I speak to them all, mate. We done Harry's Heroes. Harry done a TV show of Harry Redknapp, that old player. So we was back with Robbie and, Mark Wright would come down. Who else from Liverpool? Can't remember anyone else from Liverpool was there. Johnny Barnes. But, even the old players like Letizia and Merce and old players. So it's nice to see him, yeah. But, I've been in touch. I've always kept in touch with Robbie. Always get in touch with Digger, Mark Wright, Jamie, Stevie G, Cara. So, I'll keep in touch. I only ring them when I want something. So
it's some phone book that you've got in it.
I know, but the thing is, they never ring me. They never ring me because I can't give them anything. I'm the one that rings them because they've got everything I want. I've got a Stevie G one there. See, can you see Stevie G?
Yeah, with his Rangers scarf.
You got it? Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's have a tour. Should we have a tour? Come on. Let's have a tour. There's me. I like this one. You see me smashing Cantona there?
I was going to ask you about that next.
Yeah. There's the king. There's the king. There's me chinning Roy Keane.
That's a
and off the ball chinning. He not so big there, not so mouthy there, was you, son? Eh? Winning backs. There's you got Torres, Cara. That's my last game ever getting sent off for Swindon. There's me, Nelson Mandela with Johnny.
Belter.
Unbelievable.
There's me missus. Aye.
You have done well, Razor.
Missus with my Bristol City's out.
Ain't not a bad life, is it?
Aye, it's Liverpool, it. It's all down to them.
So you just showed us a few pictures there. Yeah, you got voted the 17th hardest player of all time. I think you'd be a bit pissed off with that.
Big gutted with that. I want to know what Roy King was numbered. Roy King's only about 5'8".
Show them that photo.
Hey!
And what was he, number one?
He was up there somewhere. Just because he kicked Alf Garner for Haaland or something.
So can you tell us about the times, the scuffles you've had with the likes of Cantona and Peter?
Well, Cantona was brilliant. Like Cantona, best players, Cantona, Bergkamp, Zola were the best three I played against then. Cantona was a bit crazy, so I used to turn his collars down just to put him off, you know. So when he turned his collars down, he just wanted to fight me. He didn't want to play football. Then I've got in his head. So I used to do all right against Cantona. We used to drive him mad. And we done it. The first time I done it was his first game back after he kung fu kicked at Geezer at Palace. I just wish Cantona would have done that at Millwall, because you'd have never seen Eric Cantona again. Can you imagine him jumping in the crowd at Millwall? Oh, he's like, his boot would have come back on the pitch, his shirt, shorts and socks, and we'd have never seen him again. I wouldn't have had to play against him ever. So it was his first game back. So turned his collars down and he said, "I'll fight you in the tunnel, you fat bastard." I went, "Yeah, oh yeah, you what?" And kept doing it, and he kicked me up the arse, and I'm kicking him off the ball and elbowing each other off the ball, and we're winning 2-1. We're pissing the game really. Then about in Fergie time, about the 180 minutes into the game, after 90 minutes. So we're playing Fergie, another half hour Fergie time. And Jamie Redknapp brings Dick Giggsy down to get a penalty. And Cantona scored that penalty. Have you seen it when he jumps around the wooden part around the goal? He swings around the thing up behind the goal. So whistle goes. He went, "Come on, fat boy. I'll fight you in the tunnel." So obviously he was talking to me. So I'm chasing after him. And as I'm getting near the Stretford end of the tunnel, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, oh, he actually is quite big. And you start getting that voice thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, he's massive. He was taller than me, he's bigger than me. So I think, fuck, that kung fu, well, we did kung fu that guy. Oh, for fuck's sake, what have I got myself into? I'm getting thrown back 20, I'll get to sort of the edge of the box at the Stretford, and he's at the tunnel like that saying, "Come on in, you fat fucker," and all this. And David James come next to me, he was 7'12". So I was shouting. I went, "James, who's he shouting at?" And as we looked at him, he went, "Come on in, fucking out there, come on." So Jamo thought he was talking to him. So Jamo took his gloves off, chucked his gloves on the floor and chased Cantona. And Cantona's legged it up the tunnel. So I get the tunnel with all the stewards. I went, "Where's that French fucker? I was going to tear his fucking head off." He fucked off. So he'd retired. He retired after that, fake fuck. So he was a proper player. He was a really good player, that fucker. I like watching him, but not meant to say. Not meant to tell him.
No, hopefully we never speak to him.
No,
what happened with the Andy Cole situation?
No, just good tackle. That was a tackle. I got myself a lot of trouble actually over this. It was if Liverpool reserves, the Man United reserves. It was a Tuesday night at Anfield reserve game. Just a tackle. Can't remember the score. Just me and Andy went smashed him in a tackle. Got the ball, play on, but broke both his legs. So it wasn't a
good tackle then.
No laughing.
That's some passionate reserve game, that though, isn't it?
Well, it's a game, isn't it? You've got to tackle like me smashing someone, having a great tackle, like someone scoring a goal. That's just that was part of my game, and I've apologised time after time, but he seems to he's blocked me on Twitter and things. I think I messing about. I said I didn't mean to break one, or just having a laugh, just trying to make fun of it, and then he took it seriously. But I'm sorry, Andrew, if you're watching, and. But it was a play to the whistle. Referee said play on. So
unlucky.
Well, you meant to say
football for you.
What'd you do, Quinny? You'd have smashed in Quinny, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd probably lose the 50-50, but I'd take us like.
What sort of player are you, Quinny? Where do you play, son?
I'm
midfield general.
Yeah, I'm a passer, me. So
big Moby in middle there. That's what you are.
Yeah, Moby. I'll take that one.
Good lad. Jay, what's your Jay? Jay, is it? Quinny and
yeah.
Jay? Where'd you play, Jay?
I used to be a winger when I was thinner. Now I'm a right back.
Oh, son, nippy winger.
Used to be.
Two-footed, good in the air. Fucking hell, you had everything, son. Except look.
I'm still waiting for my call up.
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
Oh, too well done.
That's well gone.
How old are you, Quinny?
29.
Oh, you're still in the game, son.
Yeah, just about. A couple of months left.
Yeah, just wait. I'm just going to get myself a drink. Wait. Keep talking about yourself.
What a picture that is in the background.
I know, it's unbelievable. Just looking at all of them are just like ridiculous. Some of the ones there.
Class, innit?
That one, Cheering Keen, is class.
I'd have that on a canvas in every room.
There we go, boys.
I'd make that my wallpaper.
Just back to my main sponsor in case they're watching.
Have you got any regrets from your playing days? And the one thing that springs to mind is the white suits.
Yeah, well, they were cream. They weren't white, they were cream. No, I'll tell you, mate, if we'd have won the FA Cup, it'd have been the greatest fucking decision ever. You got beat the fucking worst decision ever, but there you go. I don't think you can. They're white suits, but I think that is the biggest regret. I don't think you can look back, Quinny and Jay, and think, oh, if I'd have done this, done that, you know, if I'd have made that pass instead of that pass, or if I'd have tried hard there, I think I could look back and you could always, you know, ask fans and coaches and that. I always think, I don't think what, you know, really care what fans thought of me. Well, now I did at the time now, or managers or whatever. Just I know that if you ask the players I played with, was Razor a good player? They say yeah. So that's what, you know, it means. You know, looking back, I think players now are a good player. But I think if you ask fans, even if I was having a nightmare, I think fans will always say I always try my hardest. So I think if you try your hardest and you see them trying your hardest, that's all you can do. So I don't think you can look back and have any regrets, you know?
Yeah. I think the game for me, that sort of showed the fight and determination you had was the 3-3 against United.
Yeah.
You know, they were at the time they were the best team in the country. 3-0 down at half time and to come back the way.
Well, the thing is, Quinny, that's what I mean. A lot of people say, because I think every one of their goals was my fault. I was having a fucking nightmare. But, you know, I'd say if you keep going, you never know what happens. You know, we kept going, I kept going. I didn't get my head down. I didn't feel sorry for myself. In the end, I scored fucking one of the best headers fucking you'll ever see in your life. Just keep going. You know, if there's kids watching this, don't matter how bad you're playing, keep trying, and then you'll come through the other side and you'll get a bit lucky. If you give up, you got nowhere to go, have you?
The worst thing you can do is hide, isn't it? When it's not going too well, and I don't think you ever did that.
No, you can't, mate. I mean, you just gotta, you know, pull your socks up and get on with it, and just keep trying. It's not easy out there. Some people don't. I remember watching the years ago. I was living in Ace. It was Man United, Chelsea. Was it the Champions League final when John Terry missed a penalty?
Yeah, he slipped.
I remember I was watching that. I was in this big Chelsea pub and John Terry missed a penalty and a Chelsea fan went, "You fucking meant that? You're looking for a move." You're going to be... John Terry was the biggest hero they've had. And he meant to miss it because he was looking for a fucking move in the cup final. Fucking hell.
Pots, aren't they?
Well, you know what I mean? The things you hear people shout. I mean, I still shout at referees, I'm telling you. I mean, VAR is getting on my tits.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Don't start me.
The West Ham penalty the other day. When you don't even know if you're not touching the pitch. I mean, but you can't. The thing about VAR, you can't actually say the split second when the ball's being kicked.
No, they done it yesterday with the offside for United, and the ball's being moved when they're showing it. So that's not obviously the first point of contact with the ball because it's already moved. I mean. So you can't define it that way.
If they're giving it that much off, so give you offside for a finger now. They can't prove when the ball was kicked, so it's all bollocks. You can't prove when the actual ball was kicked.
They need to just bin it.
Absolute bollocks. Goal line technology, have that. Penalties is a load of bollocks. I mean, if the referee don't give the penalty, it shouldn't go to VAR as far as I'm concerned.
No, I agree. I think VAR just getting involved all the time for everything. It's just
they ain't going to give them. They ain't going to give them in case they make a mistake. They'll just go VAR.
Yeah, shite.
It's looking for something for the sake of looking something rather than.
It's looking for the offside for the sake of. And I think it'll cause a riot somewhere. There would be a massive derby game somewhere. You know, and the team think they scored in the last minute. The fans go wild. Then it ain't a goal. Now the team that thought they'd lost are fucking cheering. It's going to cause absolute murders one day.
It happened to us at derby.
And they're going to get it wrong. They're going to get it wrong. They're going to get it wrong. The team will stay out. The team will go down. I mean, Bournemouth, I mean, who was it went down because the goal at Villa wasn't given because the goal line technology wasn't?
Oh, who was it? Was it
Bournemouth or someone went down for?
Yeah.
I think Villa had lost that game. That Bournemouth. I think it was Sheffield United game. Was it Sheffield United v Villa?
Yeah.
Well, the ball went over the line, but the goal line technology weren't working. So
that failed.
Yeah, and that's what
first time ever.
Fucking hell.
Nightmare.
I think that cost Bournemouth because Villa would have lost that game. They would have gone.
I know. It's mad, but you know.
Quinny, you in your bedroom there, son?
Yeah.
Let me have a look at that wall. Let me have a look at that. Right. Put my other glasses on. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice duvet on top there, son. I know, nice duvet Jay's got there.
I like it. I don't like the colour.
I like the silver lampshade as well. Nice lampshade on his bedside cabinet. The old lamp. What you got up there, Jay? You got bottles of beer. Is that behind you on your head?
That's my little mini bar.
Ah, good touch. Is that Liverpool colours? Something in Liverpool there,
Yeah.
something that red.
Can you see my league title behind me?
Oh, is that yours? Is that when you won it? When you were still in younger days?
My little baby one.
Nice touch. Put my other glasses back on now. Can you not hurry up and get backache now, Quinny?
Right, so you've mentioned the best players you played with was Bergkamp, Zola and Cantona. Who's the best player you'd ever played with?
Oh, it's if you know your position like best player I've ever seen play up to close. It was Glenn Hoddle when I was like 17. I was in the Tottenham team at 17. Hoddle was just fucking unbelievable. You know, he was doing what David Beckham was doing 20 years before Beckham, when people could hurt you. You know, he was an unbelievable player. But then you go through, and I played with Shearer, you know, Letizier's, goes on to Di Canio's. I mean, Teddy Sheringham's the best header of the ball I've ever seen. And then I come to Liverpool, you're playing with heroes. You know, I mean, when I was at school, all these, you know, John Barnes, Jan Mulvey, Stevie Nicol, Ronnie Whelan, Ian Rush, Grobbelaars. I mean, you're playing with them, and then you got Jamie Redknapp and Steve McManaman coming through, and then you got Robbie Fowler, Owen Carragher, Stephen Gerrard. Do you think they mentioned me?
You'd be up there as one of the hardest.
Yeah, I'll be up there as the dopiest. But I mean, so it is very hard for me to pick the best one. But when I was the best thing I've seen that play was Odo at Tottenham. It was amazing.
Do you still speak to McManaman?
I haven't spoken to Macca for ages. No.
You can tell him to stop saying Fletch on BT and trying to be posh. It'd be boss, because I can't listen to him anymore.
No, has he changed it? Since you Real Madrid, he's changed.
If Liverpool are on BT, I listen to the radio. Like, I can't hack him anymore.
Well, at least we understand why Carragher had to go a little bit posh, because us Southerners couldn't fucking understand him. So we slow down for fuck's sake. Yeah, but fucking hell. I mean, fuck, what the fuck was that? Was that a penalty or not? Well, fucking hell. Mate, fucking hell. So we understand Carragher. We can only say to slow down a bit, but yeah, Stephen McManaman. We played Real Madrid, Stephen McManaman, didn't he? So he had to go a little bit posh.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been on a bit of a health kick recently. Lost a good bit of weight. How's that going? Are you still doing well?
I'm fucking starving. No, I mean, it's hard. I'm going up and down at the minute. 1 minute I'm fucking good, the next 2 weeks I lose it. But I mean, I'm in tier 3 at the minute, so I go swimming every day. That's how I keep me weight, get me weight down. I love swimming. I've got my knees. I've got bad knees now, so I can't do like a treadmill or anything. So do me swimming, but we're in tier 3, Kent. So they close that down again, so I can't go swimming. So my weight's coming up again. So it's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, no, I'm obviously, you know, I'm not drinking. I had a heart scare when we done Harry's Heroes. I've had a pacemaker fitted. So I mean, that was a big scare to me. But I've had my partying days. Jay, you've still got 20 years on. You've still got 20 years on you two. Get it all in as quick as you can. You get to 50, and young knobs don't work. Your knob don't work as well as it used to. It's all going now when you get in the mid-50s, son. No, but I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good place. I'm, you know, cutting the booze down and not eating so much shit now. So it's all in my new book. It's all in my new book.
I've got it for Christmas.
Oh,
my bed's got me for Christmas.
Is there anyone there? Don't give it to under 16s.
Is there anything you can tell us about your book?
Oh, there's like the day. I mean, we went to that and showed the Nelson Mandela photo. We got on the piss with Nelson Mandela for 2 nights. We played who did we play? Kaiser Chiefs and Joburg and Cape Town Spurs in Cape Town, and Nelson Mandela come and watched us. And after the game, we got on the piss with him in the bar. 3 days later, he turned up in Cape Town. He said, I enjoyed myself so much the other night. He said, I thought I'd come and have a drink with you again. So we got the piss with him again.
Great, that, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. There's loads in there. I mean, it's not an autobiography. It's called The World According to Razor. My closest shaves. There's a lot of stories in there where the things I've got up to that how the fuck I didn't get put away, I'll never know or die. I mean, these are fucking mental times. It's just it's a crazy times off the pitch and on the pitch.
I can't wait to read it. You're such a character. You're a boss footy player. You're committed, but I think you're very likable because of how much of a character you are as well. So,
well, I'm just one of the boys, mate. I'll never go posh like Steve McManaman.
Thank fuck for that.
No, I'm just one of the lads. You know, I'm just normal. I'm a council house boy from South London. That's why I am.
If you're ever in Liverpool, give us a shout. You can have a drink in our bar.
I'm in, son. You ever come down here? Careful what you wish for, son. Because you know, I'm not one of them soft, sovereign, shandy drinking wankers. I tell you that. I must be half Scouse. Mum must have shagged the Scouser, because I can drink.
Imagine me changing my beard. Yeah, I don't come home tonight. Me and Razor are having a bevy.
I'm spooning. I'm getting on the piss and spooning with Razor later. Fuck off, Quinny. I'm not spooning with you fat cunt.
Fucking hell. No,
Quinny, you can call me a fat cunt back, honestly. I don't mind.
No.
Well, Quinny say Razor, you fat cunt. Go on.
Go on, Quinny.
Razor, you fat cunt.
Say, fuck off, Razor, you big soft-sovereign, shandy drinking fat cunt.
Oh my God. I wish.
Go on, say it.
I did say.
Go on, Quinny.
Say it again.
Be aggressive. Go on.
Be aggressive. Fuck off, Razor, you fat cunt.
There you go. Yeah, Quinny. Love it. I thought you'd say that on fucking YouTube where we're on Skype.
Did I fuck?
What a podcast this has been. Over 9 o'clock, they're going to have to watch this.
Put it on after the watershed. You know what, Razor? Honestly, it's been absolutely fucking brilliant speaking to you.
I know, lads. Listen, I'll send you my number. I'll send you my number on thingy, and when I come out, I'll have a beer with you. Promise.
Definitely.
100%.
Look forward to it.
All right, boys.
Been brilliant. Nice one, Razor. I'm sorry for calling you Neil.
That's right, son. Sorry for calling you fat cunt, Winnie. You're beautiful. Hey, by the way, Jay, don't think I didn't notice that fucking ginger hair, you knobhead.
Thought you've had the wrong glasses on, you couldn't see it.
No. Where have I gone? Hello. All right, boys.
See you later.
Take it easy, Razor.
All right, boys. Bonjour. May we.